Well, there is a new Mad Max movie. Well, welcome to another Down the Rabbit Hole video, and yep, I'm doing it. Eating dog food. Now, a couple things before I start this. I have always thought that scene was intriguing, and I don't know, I just thought, oh yeah, in a post-apocalyptic future, that's what we would do. We would eat whatever canned food is around. And I thought with the new movie coming out, well, this would be the perfect opportunity to try this out. What's the worst thing that can happen from eating dog food? Now, I've researched this a lot, and a lot of people say don't do this. In fact, I'm going to put a link down below. Nerdist had actually a little discussion about the upcoming Mad Max video game. And Jessica Chobot in the closing comments made a joke about, go ahead and crack open your cans of dog food and chow down because the game is coming. And somebody in her comments section said, don't eat dog food. They said because it has bone meal in it, and bone meal is actually something that helps a dog's digestive tract system, and it plays havoc with the human system. I can't remember her exact wording. So I researched bone meal. That is kind of a generic term for a lot of different things, and without getting depressing, really not good to have cheap pet food that has any meal in it. I'm going to do a close-up here. I've checked the ingredients on this stuff. There's no meal, no bone meal, no any kind of meal listed at all. So here's that shot. Ingredients. We've got water sufficient for processing, beef, pumpkin, sweet potato, carrot, potato starch, beef lung, beef kidney, xanthan gum, sunflower seed oil, tricalcium phosphate, choline chloride, zinc sulfate, vitamin E supplement, ferrous sulfate, thiamine mononitrate, vitamin B1, nicotinic acid, sorry for butchering these words here, calcium pantothenate, vitamin A supplement, potassium iodide, manganese sulfate, copper sulfate, riboflavin supplement, vitamin B2, pyroxidine hydrochloride, vitamin B6, folic acid, vitamin D3 supplement, vitamin B12 supplement. Nowhere on here does it mention meal. There's no beef meal, fish meal, bone meal, nothing like that. You want to make sure you do not have anything that mentions meal in the ingredients, and there are none here. Okay, now, what I did end up going for is a fairly gourmet dog food. And the reason why is, well, we actually spoke with our vet, or vet's assistant, when I was proposing doing this. And she said, no, you should be all right. There's really nothing to worry about. But the one you want to get is Merrick's brand. So that's what I was going to go with initially. Unfortunately, all the cans look kind of like I don't know, like an Irish stew or a Thanksgiving dinner or type of thing. There's nothing that shows that it's actually dog food. This is actually dog food. In fact, here's a close-up to show you that it's dog food. And just in case anybody thinks, oh yeah, you just printed your own label, I'm actually going to give it a little rip. And you can see this isn't like covering a can of soup or something else. This is the real thing. I have actually bought this. And I'm even going to include a shot now of the receipt. Okay, and just a little bit further proof. Here's where I got it from. Faithful friends have taken out their address. I'm not sure if they want me advertising. And it was $4, so this is not cheap stuff here, but that's what you want. Now, a couple other things about this Waruva dog food. In the movie, Mel Gibson did not eat dog food. You'll notice in that first shot, he's cracking open something called Dinky D, and it's got the dog's face on it. I think that was some kind of stew that he they changed the label on. Because Dinky D is not really a brand of dog food. If anything, in fact, the research I've done, It's a play on words because in Australia you refer to something as being dinkum if it's is actually Australian slang, and it refers to something being fair or true. So the filmmakers were actually having a little bit of playing with the audience's expectations there by mentioning that Dinky D dog food is true when actually it's not true. Mel Gibson was not really eating dog food. So that's just a little bit of trivia knowledge there. I know places where you can download the Dinky D label if you want to stick it on a pack of beans or Irish stew if you're ever interested. So why did I go for Weruva instead of the Merrick's brand that the vet's assistant recommended? It's, again, the label actually has dogs on it and it says dog food, so that's sort of in keeping with the theme. And secondly, the people at the pet food store were saying that that stuff was a little more gelatinous and wouldn't make for a good video. This is a proper beef, pumpkin, and sweet potato stew. This should probably be just like a regular human food stew. Now, having said that, I got the bucket standing by, and that may seem kind of an extreme measure, but you got to remember, as I mentioned in my Sesame Snaps video, I've got a nut allergy, so even regular human food can set me off. God knows what stuff that's not meant for human consumption is going to do. But let's try it out. Now let's do it. Let's open this can of dog food and try it out. There's every chance a couple of little felines might show up in this shot, and if they do, I'm not going to try and fight them away. They'll just have to wait their turn. But anyway, here we go with the rip. This is the genuine article. I'm going to crack it open now. And here come the cats. All right, there's what you got. It's looking like, yeah, it's like a stew. Yes, Jinx, hello. Hello, Jinx. This is not for you, this is for me. But that's okay, you can observe. If I'm doing it wrong, why don't you let me know? Oh, and here comes Tig. Get out of the way, you're in the shot. Thank you. All right, so here we go. See if I can get a nice big, ooh. There's a nice big, tell you what, let's start off small, just in case. So I got some corn and some beef heart bits or something. We'll soon find out. All right. Here comes the first taste. Not too bad, actually. The meat is very dry. It's almost like eating Spam. You gonna get that lid for me, Jinx? Thank you very much. And yeah, the corn is what you would expect. The gravy that's around here is like kind of like if you were to crack open a can of like Puritan Irish stew or something. It's actually very much like a regular stew. I'll tell you what, Jinx. Since you want to play with that, why don't you move over there? I'm doing important research. All right, let's try another one. This has got some carrot this time, and I'll just give you a little zoom in there. It tastes actually not too hideous. I'm really quite surprised. Let's turn the label around so you can see. I've heard people say, who have done this, be careful and do your research, that the food has very little seasoning. I don't know that that's true. I mean, it's meat and corn and bits of pumpkin, so they all have their own flavor. But it's not like I would want to add salt to it or anything. The meat is very tough, though. Like, if I was cooking that, which I wouldn't be, but comparing it to meat that I've had, it's almost like something that would need to be cooked a little bit longer, kind of a sensation. Which I guess maybe for dogs, they want to be able to chew down on something and... You enjoying that lid, Tig? It's very tasty. Why do you like the taste of dog food? You're cats. You shouldn't be enjoying this. Not that I'm enjoying it either. But anyway. Yeah, no, it's fine. It's very much like regular human food. I don't think I need the bucket. Am I going to eat more of it? Not really. But yeah, it tastes okay. It's like the gravy is kind of like what you would get in a cheap TV dinner, Salisbury steak kind of gravy sensation. Just dig up some nice stuff from the bottom here, just to do it official-like. Yeah, the corn is what it would be. The pumpkin tastes like pumpkin. And the meat is just the meat. Yeah. Well, that's fine. So, yeah, if you're in an apocalyptic wasteland, and you can find some Waruva steak frite, or any of their other brands, I'm sure, I think you might survive. You could do on that. That's not too bad. I mean, really wouldn't recommend it. Do not get a can of, like, Alpo or any of that kind of stuff. Go for the expensive gourmet stuff. Well, I feel fine. I might howl at the moon later, but whatever. I guess we'll see you down the rabbit hole, unless I'm chasing the rabbits.